And welcome to NBA TV Basketballography. I'm Ron Burke. He was born Earvin Johnson, but his nickname couldn't have been more fitting. Magic. Everything he did seemed magical, whether deceiving defenders with his no-look passes or transforming the NBA with the way he played the game. Johnson's style and smile endeared him to fans around the world. But underneath it all was a fierce competitor who won championships at every level, including 5 NBA titles with the Lakers in the 80s. Today, we look back at the man who turned basketball into Showtime, Magic Johnson.
Received by Worthy, under the sky, score! That is Laker Showtime basketball. Gotta throw it up, here comes the buzzer, it is in for 3! It's in for 3 at the buzzer! Unbelievable! Magic is straight down the middle, still going, oh! Highlight film! Showtime!
He was the creator and leader of the Showtime Lakers. But long before he was Magic, he was young Earvin Johnson. And growing up in Lansing, Michigan, he was consumed with the game of basketball at an early age.
I loved the game so much that I would go out there and just play all day and night. Whether I was carrying groceries, whether I was doing something, running an errand for my mom or dad, I always had one hand free to dribble that basketball.
He's a little guy. He had the good fundamentals of basketball that probably he's going to be a pretty good basketball player. We didn't think it'd come that quick.
Earvin's talent soon became apparent, and by the time he reached high school, he was considered a local phenomenon.
I told all my friends that I had a kid coming in here that would make them forget about every other basketball player in the area, or maybe they ever saw, and everybody kind of teased me about that, but we knew we had something special.
I covered the game for the Lansing State Journal, and I congratulated him on the game, and then I said, Earvin, we've got to name you something. And I said, the Big E's out because of Elvin Hayes, and Dr. J was out because of Julius Erving. How about Magic? And he says, well, that's okay with me, Mr. Stabley.
Is there any questions before I get started?
One question.
No, next year I will be attending Michigan State University.
As a sophomore at nearby Michigan State, Magic led his school to the 1979 NCAA title game and a showdown with another heralded star, Larry Bird of Indiana State. A rivalry was born.
And it wasn't Indiana State versus Michigan State anymore. It was Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, and that's what it turned out to be.
Magic Johnson with the ball!
In the first of what would be several championship battles between the two, it was Johnson who seized the moment with an inspired performance.
Look at Earvin, Magic Johnson!
Magic lifted Michigan State to the national championship and proved he was ready for the next challenge as he entered the NBA draft.
The Los Angeles Lakers select Earvin Magic Johnson, Michigan State.
When Johnson joined the Lakers in 1979, the happiest man in town was Magic himself.
I want you to know that this man has a smile that lights up a television screen from here to Bangor, Maine.
In his very first NBA game, Magic supplied the flash. But when the game was on the line, the Lakers looked to their leader, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Ford sends it to Kareem. Skyhook up and good. Lakers win.
I'm running over there, full speed. I'm jumping up. I'm choking him. Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has given the Los Angeles Lakers a victory.
He turns, he's so serious. We got 81 more games. Quit choking me.
And Magic Johnson is out there celebrating like they just won the NCAA championship.
It was one point they really realized about me was that I was going to be doing that for 81 more games.
Look at Magic. He won't let him up.
It was almost like Magic landed here from Mars or something. People turned on the TV and they saw this kid who was had the nickname of Magic, jumping around like a kid when he threw the winning pass. I think that was really a seismic moment in that era of the NBA.
Facing Philadelphia in the 1980 finals, the Lakers once again looked to Abdul-Jabbar, but Game 5 would bring a devastating turn of events.
Kareem turns underneath, puts it up and scores on a finger roll. 5, but Kareem's hurt. Kareem turned an ankle.
Kareem is hurt. I don't think Kareem is going to be able to go anymore right now.
Kareem's heroics brought the Lakers to within one game of the NBA championship, but the victory had come at a heavy price. His injury was too severe for him to play when the series returned to Philadelphia for Game 6.
You know, we got the news that Kareem was not going to be able to play Game 6. So we get on a plane to go to Philly. You know, we all got our favorite seats. And Kareem's seat was vacant. So I said, never fear, guys. Magic is here. And he said, and they looked at me like I was silly or something. Some young kid, like, you were right, okay.
A young man by the name of Magic Johnson is going to start at center.
From the opening tip, Magic displayed his all-around brilliance, a kind of versatility the Sixers couldn't possibly have prepared for.
Magic Johnson is everywhere.
We played everybody conceivable against him defensively. And here's a guy that, what was he, 20 years old?
Here comes the 20-year-old rookie down the middle. Dawkins went to him and scored, sent him to the line.
After his remarkable performance, Magic would be regarded as far more than just a good player with a great smile.
And the most valuable player is Magic Johnson. 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. He starts at center, plays forward and guard, and leads the Los Angeles Lakers to a world championship without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I mean, that really takes a special kind of player. I mean, that performance by Magic in Game 6 of the '80 Finals, truly one of the most astonishing feats in NBA history.
Magic followed his heroics of 1980 by leading the Lakers to another title in '82.
2, 1, the Lakers are the
He had also ushered in the style of play known as Showtime.
behind the back. Oh, what a play! Slam dunk!
Showtime was coming down on a fast break, looking left and throwing right. Showtime was, coming down, kicking it to somebody. Then they said, no, I don't have a shot, kicking it to somebody else. No, I don't have kicking it to somebody else. And finally somebody cut. Bang, done.
The ball rolls free. Magic wants it. Magic's got it. Bounce on there. Randall scores.
It just caught on. The town went gaga. They were looking for a champion. They were looking for a guy that was an outstanding athlete, perhaps at that time the best in the basketball world, and they ate it up.
I wouldn't do an hour series in those days because I said I'm not going to miss those games. You just wouldn't miss them, and you'd work it into your contract so you could be free to go.
But the glitz of the Lakers would run into the grit of Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics. Bird, who had revived the Celtics, would renew his rivalry with Magic.
Follows his own shot. Oh, what a play!
That one of them was the urban black kid from Michigan, and the other one was the manure-kicking country boy from Indiana. And one of them with the Lakers, and one of them with the Celtics. I mean, that was perfect. That's central casting.
In 1984, Bird and Magic would play for the NBA championship, and the entire basketball world was watching.
Hey, they won the East, we won the West. So it's like everybody just get ready, sit back, and let's enjoy it.
But the series turned out to be anything but enjoyable for Magic, who would make some crucial late-game mistakes, leading to Celtic victories. And Boston would go on to capture the series in 7 games.
Here's Magic off the mark. Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird chucking down the court.
Boy, does it hurt when you know it's not going to be your ring.
While Bird was basking in his triumph, Magic shouldered the blame, and he took it hard.
I had never lost in a situation like that. So that's the first time I actually had a chance to cry, after the game, and really say, man, that was my fault. I'm sorry. You turn to the guys.
He was probably harder on himself than anyone else could have been, and used it to motivate himself to come back bigger and better than ever.
The 1985 finals would provide him with an immediate chance for revenge
in a rematch with Bird and the Celtics. And this time, Magic would elevate his team to its highest level.
Great assist for Magic Johnson.
We weren't going to let Larry Bird and his crew beat Magic and his crew. It was just that simple.
The Lakers would battle their way to a 3-2 lead. But heading to Boston for Game 6, they would have to overcome not only the Celtics, but history as well.
And now we said, you know what? It's only fitting to go back in Boston and beat them on their home court because it had never been done before.
And the Lakers had never beaten Boston in 8 NBA Finals. But that was about to change.
This man, Magic Johnson, played this season with a mission for the Lakers, and it's about to pay off.
Reclaiming the title, Magic would not only exercise his own demons, but also those of Lakers past.
That whole mental and historical thing, the jinx, whatever have you, it all died at that point.
Does America believe in magic? You bet we do.
1987 would be a landmark season for Magic. With Kareem Abdul-Jabbar approaching 40, Johnson was asked to take on more of the scoring load. He achieved the highest scoring average of his career, while also leading the league in assists, and he was named the NBA's most valuable player. He would face the Celtics again in the finals, in one last head-to-head showdown with Larry Bird. With the Lakers up 2-1, Bird fought desperately to keep Boston in the series, and with time running out in the pivotal 4th game, he gave the Celtics a slim lead.
They up 1. Coach Riley called to play for Kareem. And I got it, and Kevin McHale basically switched out.
I saw that Magic was going to, take the last shot. I could see it in his eyes.
I've always dreamed of beating the Celtics with a shot. And I had never got that opportunity. And I got it.
Just 5 seconds left. Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12.
The Lakers went on to win the championship back in L.A., and Magic had gotten the best of Bird twice in their 3 matchups in the NBA Finals, closing out one of the game's greatest rivalries.
Magic's just a great basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
The Lakers had little time to bask in the glory of their 1987 championship. At the team's victory celebration, their coach presented them with a surprising challenge.
They were never going to get the credit for really, truly being a great team. Winning 4 championships was not enough for the public or for the press. You had to win a back-to-back title.
And I'm guaranteeing everybody here, next year we're going to win it again.
The whole team turned to the side and looked at him like, what are you talking about?
What I remember there was, Magic going to work, Magic on the ward, and imposing his will.
Celtics lead it by 1.
With Magic leading the way, the Lakers marched through the '88 season and back towards the playoffs with one goal in mind.
Do you want to make some history? Do you want to go down as one of the greatest teams? The only way we can do that is to win back-to-back.
Facing some of its toughest playoff battles, Los Angeles survived grueling 7-game series with both Utah and Dallas. Along the way, Magic and the Lakers proved they truly possess the heart of a champion.
He shoots, has to have a bounce, and get it tipped in by Magic Johnson.
The Lakers were not about showtime. The Lakers had a deep, deep substance.
That team is just unbelievable. We really knew how to win.
Returning to the NBA Finals, the Lakers would take on the Detroit Pistons and Magic's close friend Isaiah Thomas.
The Magic kiss he did with Isaiah was one of the magnetic moments of history. At the same time, Magic enjoyed the fact that, okay, now I'm going to put on this face and go from my comic face to my drama face.
Magic found worthy through 8 or 9 players. How did he find that man?
I think that's the thing that was missed about Magic was his will to win because it was masked so often under a smile and a veneer of friendliness.
It was hard, but winning takes precedence over everything. Friendship. You're friends after the series is over.
In a valiant performance, Isiah and the Pistons would push Los Angeles to the brink, taking a 3-2 lead. But once again, Magic and the Lakers would show their resolve. They battled their way back with victories in games 6 and 7, refusing to be denied in their quest to make NBA history.
Underneath the Scott. Scott scores. Great assist for Magic Johnson.
The only reason that they won back-to-backs was because of this kind of indomitable fighting spirit of Magic Johnson.
The game is over.
They didn't give us a lot of credit for being a tough team, a tough-minded team. But you don't win that many championships and do the things that we did if you're not tough-minded. We made history.
Back to back. Yeah. Yeah. And you know that.
The next few years would see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Pat Riley both leave the Lakers. But Magic carried on, and in 1991, he led the Lakers to a playoff victory over Portland, bringing another trip to the NBA Finals. This time, he was part of a marquee matchup that captivated the nation.
This series tends to be, at least in the public mind, Air Jordan against the Magic Man.
There's no question, you're not going to avoid the Magic Michael thing.
Magic and the Lakers were intent on extending their run of excellence, but they were facing a Chicago team that was ready to stake its own claim to NBA supremacy.
Showtime, who was supposed to be the team of the 90s. And little did folk realize that they were seeing coming into fruition Michael Jordan and the Bulls as the team of the 90s.
Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
Everybody knew that it was coming. It's just when. When was he going to be ready to receive it and take it? And boy, did he receive it and take it.
Devon's with a bounce pass in Jordan. The steal, tight ropes the sideline all the way to the hoop for the dunk. Even the fans here wanted that one.
And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship.
I mean, he came up and snatched it. Here, give it here, Magic. It's my turn now.
Looking ahead to training camp in 1991, Magic Johnson seemed ready to play for several more years. But that fall, he made the announcement that stunned the world.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers today.
It was just such a startling development.
I remember coming into the office and just kind of everybody, well, even people who didn't cover basketball, just kind of being in this fog.
I think it's very important for us right now at this time to take a moment of silence, not in any other form other than to give our love and our support for Earvin.
In an emotional ceremony, the Lakers retired Johnson's jersey, but his name remained on the All-Star ballot, and fans voted him onto the team. So in February '92, Magic made a dramatic return.
One of the greatest players of all time, Magic Johnson!
The players made me feel like I deserved to be there. Every guy came up and gave me a hug. It was just tremendous. It made me so relaxed because I was so nervous.
But once the game started, he was the same old Magic, dazzling the crowd just like he always had.
Magic Johnson, what a perfectly timed pass. Oh my, right down the middle.
It was great to see him just in heaven again.
One-on-one, Isiah against his buddy Magic.
Johnson would lead the West to victory and capture the game's MVP award.
Three-pointer, yes! Oh, my!
Maybe you'll see me back, maybe you won't, but I'll remember all these good times this afternoon. I'd like to thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you.
But the basketball world hadn't seen the last of Magic just yet. In the summer of 1992, he would take his place on the fabled Dream Team that headed to Barcelona for the Olympics.
It was a chance for me to represent my country, finally get my opportunity to play in the Olympics with my two heroes, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
And Magic would enjoy every minute of it, helping the U.S. breeze to the gold medal.
This group may well be the greatest team ever assembled in the history of team sports.
After his playing days were over, Johnson remained in the public eye. He spearheaded new initiatives to assist young people and bring economic development to inner-city neighborhoods. He also watched the new dynasty grow as an executive with his beloved Lakers. And in 2002, he enjoyed one more magical evening, taking his place in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Earvin Magic Johnson, one of the greatest of the greats to ever play this game. You made teammates and opponents better. You made the game better. How pleased I am to induct you into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.
I think the legacy was the joy of the game. He really thought it was fun. He really thought he was lucky to be out there.
Loving it and living it and breathing it every single day. You only do that because you have passion, you have a love for the game, man. And it's nothing like basketball. Nothing.
Magic Johnson left an indelible imprint on the game of basketball. He redefined the point guard position while revitalizing the NBA and leading the Lakers to greatness. But his leadership didn't end when his playing days were through. Johnson became a spokesman in the battle against AIDS, a philanthropist, and a businessman who helped bring new development to the inner cities. For one man to make his mark in so many ways, it had to be an act of magic. Thanks for joining us on NBA TV Basketballography. I'm Ron Burke.